Homeschool moms keep asking me if AI is going to replace them, make their kids lazy, or if it's even safe. So today I'm breaking down the 5 biggest AI myths holding homeschool moms back. I'm Courtney McLean, and we use AI every single day in our homeschool. It's cut my teaching load at least by half, and it's actually deepening what my kids learn. Myth number 1, AI replaces the parent. As my kids' mom, I'm still very much a part of their homeschool journey. AI is supporting their learning experience in some amazing ways, and I get to set the culture and the connection for my kids throughout not just their learning experience, but our whole day together. AI enables me to focus on what I'm best at, being my kids' mom, loving them through challenges, encouraging them to not give up, and helping them to reach their potential. AI has absolutely not replaced me, but it has enabled me to be the most me I've ever been for my kids because I'm able to really streamline what I'm focused on and what I'm not. I'm not piecemealing all the different lessons together or pulling from multiple curriculum to teach across a variety of subjects to a variety of ages. I'm able to watch each of my kids experience a personalized learning path for the subject area that they're working on. Myth number 2, using AI will make my kids lazy. Let me just tell you, in my home, screen time is something that we like to keep at a minimum. So my kids getting to use a screen is something they are very excited about, and they absolutely do their best. I believe that when you give kids access to AI adaptive apps in a family culture that supports their learning environment, you will see their increased independence and focus in their learning. Because I don't have a full family of independent readers who can go through their own lesson material on their own as a curriculum might instruct them to do so, an AI adaptive app that reads to them, listens to their voice response, guides them through the material is amazing, particularly when you are homeschooling multiple young learners who again cannot all independently go through their own material. So laziness may have been an issue for us before because while waiting for their turn with me or having finished their assignment, they begin to lollygag or do something else and they really need to stay engaged. Well, that's where AI adaptive apps come in. I don't have anyone anymore waiting for me to be done working with someone else because everyone has something they're working on. I'm working with one child, the other's working on their AI adaptive app, and we rotate. Laziness is definitely not an issue. Myth number 3, AI takes away the fun and joy of learning together at home. Learning together at home is fun and joyous for me and my family because of our relationships. Whatever tools we may be using on a given day do not necessarily take away from that if that is our heart and the posture and focus of our home. I really believe that my kids having fun and enjoying learning is about us being together and connected and working at their strengths, encouraging them in what they can achieve. All of those things are possible whether you're using AI adaptive apps or manipulatives, and we still use both. AI adaptive apps being a part of our homeschool experience has actually made things more fun because my kids are able to reach their potential in a way that is more challenging than some of the curriculum they did before, and also because of how it's enabling them to shine in other areas of life because they absolutely are learning more, quicker, and deeper. Myth number 4, that AI isn't safe. When I say AI, remember I'm talking about an AI adaptive app. That means I'm talking about something that's made for kids to engage with. I'm also referencing this in light of how we school. And so for us, we have a family table that we all sit around, or we're in the same room together at least. I'm nearby, and obviously in an app like Khan Academy or Rocket Math, iExcel, or Lililo, they don't have access to things that would be troublesome for their experience or that would be inappropriate in any way. What I'm not talking about is that my kids are utilizing ChatGPT. We're not at an age where that would even make sense or be possible for them to do. And I think there's different protocols and things you need to put in place for children that are older than mine. I think AI is still a wonderful tool to utilize no matter your kid's age, but obviously your relationships and how you structure your learning environment, the spaces that you're working in, and the tools that you're giving your kids in order to access the apps is what matters when it comes to safety. So in that regard, nothing has changed. My children, before using AI adaptive apps, would often ask me to look something up for them or to print them out a coloring page, and we would often use ChatGPT to create those for us or to look things up on our behalf. We are building children who know that technology is not something to be afraid of, but something to steward, and I think that's a great thing. Myth number 5, AI makes learning shallow. Let me just tell you, this is one of my favorite myths to break down. My kids are learning more, retaining so much. The material is sticking with them so deeply that when I go back to rotate and work with them one-to-one further on a subject they were just in, or to read together, or to write together, they're pulling out things that they've gained in their lesson experience that I did not teach them. It was amazing. The first time I watched my daughter read a book, putting together the ing sound in all of these pages and doing so fluently and quickly, something that she struggled with before. I know it's a simple example, but it was something that we had finished off in our curriculum and hadn't yet mastered together. And after just a handful of lessons where she was working for 15 minutes at a time and I wasn't teaching her, she got it. She also got it during a duration that was no longer in total than 2 hours and at home, after playing with friends and before crafting in the afternoon. Sounds like an ideal learning experience and environment to me, and I'm so thankful that we have the opportunity to provide that for our kids, leaning into AI adaptive apps. If you're homeschooling multiples and also want this to become easier for you, check out my prior video on how we utilize AI in our lessons and what it looks like in a typical morning for us. There's so much more to come. I can't wait to give you more peeks into how we're seeing this work for our family because I believe it can work for yours too.